Good morning, guys. So this is the second day in Yercaud. You can see very calm wind and very chilled atmosphere in the morning here. So really looks very awesome here. So yesterday video I just added the surroundings that and the homestay and also the boating and the Pagoda Point. So today I'm just covering in this video. We'll be covering one Shevaroyan Temple and then one beer caves and then Kiliyur Falls and finally we are visiting the Gents Seat, and then we will come back to the homestay and stay today night also, and tomorrow we are checking out from here. So we'll be covering the episode 3 in the next vlog. So here we are all set to start our second day in Yercaud. The kids are super excited and already loving the vibes here. It really feels like the perfect family gateway. And as I mentioned earlier, our first stop for today is the Shevaroyan Temple. It's a small but unique cave temple with a very interesting story behind it. Once we reach, I will share a bit of history with you. So stick around till the end of the vlog because today's journey is going to be a mix of spirituality, breathtaking viewpoints, and a little adventure. It is going to be a great experience for you too. So we reach our first destination, Shevaroyan Temple, which is the right on the top of the highest point in Yercaud, about 5,326 feet above sea level. And the temple itself is a small and cave-like dedicated to Lord Shevaroyan, that is Lord Vishnu, and goddess Kaveri. And local believe this cave actually goes deep into the hills and even connects to the Kaveri river. And standing here, you feel the calmness of the hills, the chill in the air, and of course the breathtaking views all around. And it is a perfect way to start the day spiritually and scenically. And the aura is calm, divine, and truly unique here. And every May, this place comes alive with a grand festival. Tribal communities gather here to celebrate their guardian deity with prayers, rituals, and vibrant cultural tradition passed on for the generations. And this Shevaroy temple is not just a spiritual center, but also a symbol of how faith and nature are deeply connected here in Yercaud. So after having the darshan and blessing at the temple, I'm just walking around here to take in the viewpoints and the scenic beauty. And wow, the atmosphere is so calm and peaceful with that cool breeze blowing all around. So we reach here around by 10 a.m. in the morning. And honestly, this place looks absolutely beautiful at this time of the day. And it is one of those spots where you just want to pause, breathe, and enjoy the serenity of the aircut. So after visiting the temple, now I am heading towards the Karadiyur View Point, and from there our journey continues to the Gents Seat to wrap up the day's plan. So next we reach the destination of Karadiyur View Point, which is about 12 km from Yercaud town, and the drive itself is peaceful, and when you reach the spot you are rewarded with a stunning valley view. On the clear days you can even spot the Metu Dam from here, and the wind is strong and the silence is deep, and the scenery is just endless layer of green hills, and it is one of the hidden gems where you feel totally connected to the nature. And the name Karadiyur actually comes from two Tamil words. Karadi means the beer and Ur means a place of village. And long ago, this was a home of lot of wild bears, and that's how it got the name Karadiyur. Today it's safe for visitors, and what remains is the untouched beauty of the nature. And standing here, you will notice the vast valley stretching out endlessly, and the skies are very clear here. And the winds here are really strong, and the silence of the hills make it feel like you are standing at the edge of the world. And it is not a crowded tourist spot. You can get the raw, peaceful experience, just you, hill, and the view. You can actually hear the sound of the chill wind in the background. It adds the whole vibe and makes the place feel even more exciting and alive. So after exploring our second stop today, Karadiyur View Point, we are now heading to our next destination, which is a bit more adventurous, Kiliyur Waterfalls. Can't wait to see the falls up close and feel that cool spray. I hope you are enjoying this vlog so far. Hope you have visited Yercaud or Kiliyur Falls. Share your experience and thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear them. So before heading off to the Kiliyur Falls, we had a quick stop for lunch at Andhra Spice right opposite to the Yercaud Lake. Yesterday we enjoyed a meal at the waterfront restaurant in the same place, but today we want to try something different. And I hope the Andhra Spice food did not disappoint us. And after lunch, our journey continues to the waterfall location. And once we are done there, we will wrap up today's sightseeing and head back to our homestay. And tomorrow morning, it's a time to return to Chennai, which I will be covering the episode 3 of the vlog. So we have reached the Kiliyur Waterfalls right now. The falls are about 300 feet high and flow beautifully, especially during and after the monsoon season. To actually trek down to the base takes time and energy, but even from the top viewpoints, the scenic is amazing. You can hear the water, feel the cool breeze, and the whole place just gives you the refreshing vibe of Yercaud's natural beauty. And reaching Kiliyur Falls is an adventure in itself because you have got nearly 250 steps to trek down through a narrow and steep pathways. And going down feels easy, but remember, every step down is a step you have to climb back up. Still, the reward at the bottom is worth it. A refreshing view of the falls cascading down about 300 feet, and the sound of the water and the cool breeze make it all worthwhile. But a quick tip I can give you is that wear a comfortable shoes, carry some water, and avoid the trek if you are with very small kids or elderly folks because the path is narrow and a bit tricky in place. And the best time to visit is the right after the monsoon between July and October because that's when the falls are in full flow and look absolutely stunning, cascading nearly 300 feet down into a valley. And even if you don't go all the way down, the top viewpoints themselves give you a refreshing experience with the sound of rushing water and the cool hill breeze. And something interesting here is if you don't feel like walking all the way down those 250 steps, there is actually a local jeep facilities run by the estate folks here, and they will take you closer to the falls. And ride itself is a kind of off-road mini adventure. They charge about I think 1,000 rupees for 5 people. So we haven't tried it in this time, but if you ever do, don't forget to share your experience in the comments. I would love to know how that ride feels. And just look at the beauty of this place, the cool breeze and the sound of the water rushing down and the fresh greenery all around. It's such a refreshing sight, right? And you can see the families sitting together, just relaxing and soaking in the view. While some people are even enjoying a dip in the water, the whole atmosphere feels lively yet so peaceful at the same time. So we are just going back from the main falls. So it's very tough. Even my fitness I am feeling right now. It feels like we need to do a daily treadmill, incline treadmill. But it's a little bit tough for the age person. But you can go easily. Slowly you can walk and come around 250 steps, 250 main steps, and I think 100 normal step with the grip. You can able to see that. But okay, it's an adventure. Have a try. So after the trek with all the inclines and declines, it's honestly feel like I have already finished my workout for the day. But the experience was totally worth it. Now we are heading out to our final stop for today, that is the Gents Seat. It's an understanding viewpoint here in Yercaud, and I can't wait to show you the amazing view valleys from there. And finally, we are wrapping up the day at Gents Seat, one of the most popular viewpoint in Yercaud. And from here, you get a sweeping view of Salem town and the winding guard roads. The name goes back to the colonial times when the British men would often come here to relax and enjoy the scenery. And even today, it is a favorite sunset spot, especially when the mist rolls in and adds a magical touch. And just below this lies Ladies' Seat, another viewpoint with its own charm. During the British era, the English women of Yercaud used to spend their evening here and sitting on the natural rock ledge and watching the valley views. And at night, you can even see the sparkling lights of the Salem from this spot. And there's also a children's seat nearby quite spot meant for families and kids to enjoy some relaxed time. So we couldn't cover it in this blog due to time constraint. And but it is another nice viewpoint in the same area. So back in the day, it was a gentleman at the gentleman's seat, ladies at the ladies' seat, and kids at the children's seat. And today, all of us get enjoy these stunning views together. And from the top of the Gent Seat, you can see this beautiful panoramic view and even hear the chill wind rushing past. It's an experience in itself. Just below you have the ladies' seat, as I mentioned, another viewpoint in the same stretch, and further down there is also a children's seat. Together, these spots completely the trio of Yercaud most popular viewpoints, each offering its own charm, a perfect way to wrap up our journey for the day. And this brings us to the end of the today's location and our second day planned here in Yercaud. I really hope you enjoyed the exploring along with me. And just like the first day, this was such an amazing experience to share. And if you have been Yercaud before, I would love to know your favorite sports and experience. Drop them in the comments below. I will be happy to read them. So that's wrap up for today. We managed to cover 4 beautiful locations: Shevaroyan Temple, Karadiyur View Point, Kiliyur Waterfalls, and finally the breathtaking Gents Seat. Honestly, each place had its own charm. Since this was my first trip to Yercaud, I have completely fallen in love with the climate and the whole vibe here. And I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as the episode first and second. If you haven't watched them yet, do check them out. I have shared our travel experience, Yercaud Lake and Pagoda Point in that vlog, and even a cozy homestay tour. Now we are heading back to our homestay for the night, and tomorrow morning around 10 am we will be starting back to our journey to Chennai. On the way, I am planning to stop at the Murugan Temple in Salem, which I will be covering in the next episode 3. So stay tuned, it is going to be a special. So see you tomorrow in episode 3.